They told you to be kind, to be honest, to be good, and you believed it. But if you've ever watched someone lie, manipulate, and still rise above everyone else, you've felt that sting. That moment when you realize the world doesn't reward goodness, it rewards strategy. And the people who rise to the top almost never play fair, they play smart. The truth is, there are laws of human control. They're not written in any rule book, but they're followed by every politician, every manipulator, every person who wants power and gets it. These laws weren't invented, they were observed by people like Niccolò Machiavelli, who wrote not for the public but for rulers, for those who wanted to win, not just survive, but dominate. What you're about to learn are 5 of the darkest laws of human control. These are the tools that shape perception, direct behavior, and bend people to your will without them ever realizing it. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal the one law Machiavelli never stated directly, but which explains how modern power truly operates today. Before we dive in, now's the time to subscribe. If you want to understand how power, psychology, and manipulation really work, this is the channel that doesn't hold back. You won't hear comforting lies here, just hard truths that most people are too afraid to admit. Stay with me until the final law. It's the most important one and almost no one talks about it. Let's begin with the first law. People are guided by appearances, not by reality. It doesn't matter who you really are. What matters is what people think you are. That's why image always beats integrity in the eyes of the masses. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." People rarely look deeper. They judge instantly, and those who understand this control the room before they even speak. Appear strong when you're weak. Appear kind when you're calculating. If you can shape perception, you don't need truth on your side. Now, the second law, fear is more reliable than love. Love fades. It shifts with time, mood, and memory. But fear, it lingers. Machiavelli wasn't cruel, he was precise. He said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Fear creates boundaries. It makes people hesitate before they betray you. While love makes people loyal until you stop pleasing them, fear keeps them in line, even when they no longer like you. Used wisely, it creates respect without cruelty. But ignore it, and you'll be replaced the moment someone more likable comes along. The third law is subtle but powerful. Most people don't want freedom, they want direction. They say they want choices, they say they want control. But when faced with uncertainty, they beg for someone to lead them. Machiavelli saw it in politics, but it's everywhere. In relationships, in religion, in business. Those who speak with conviction, even if they're wrong, gain more followers than those who speak the truth with hesitation. If you can offer certainty in a world of confusion, people will follow you, obey you, even defend you blindly. But let's take this one step deeper, into the most emotionally charged battlefield of all, relationships. If you think love alone keeps a woman interested, you've already lost. Emotions are temporary. They change with mood, time, and attention. But psychological presence, that is lasting. Women don't stay for love. They stay for the emotional gravity of a man who understands his value and never overplays his hand. Here's the brutal truth. Certainty kills attraction. If a woman knows exactly where she stands with you at all times, if you're always available, always explaining yourself, always proving your worth, she will lose interest. Not because she's ungrateful, but because mystery fuels desire. Machiavelli would say, "It is better to be feared than loved when you cannot be both." In a relationship, that doesn't mean being cruel. It means being unpredictable. It means holding your frame. It means being capable of walking away and never flinching. Men who keep women long-term don't chase. They pull. They create emotional tension, not by playing games, but by never becoming too obvious. They give just enough and then pull back. They're present, but not dependent. And because of that, they're respected. And respect, not love, is what keeps a woman loyal when the emotions fade. Then comes the fourth law. Give people the illusion of choice, and they'll obey without resistance. The most effective form of control is the one that feels like freedom. Don't give people orders, give them options, all of which lead to the outcome you want. This is how marketers sell, how negotiators win, how leaders govern. People feel empowered when they choose, but the power lies with the one who created the options in the first place. If you can shape the choices, you don't need to force anyone. They'll walk exactly where you want them to go. And now, the final law, the one I told you to wait for. It's not found directly in Machiavelli's writings, but it flows through all of them. The greatest power is held by those who appear to have none. We're taught to spot power in loud voices, sharp suits, confident stances. But the most dangerous person is the one you overlook, the one who smiles, listens, pretends not to understand. They're the ones gathering information, watching patterns, learning weaknesses. By the time they act, it's too late. You've already underestimated them. And that's exactly what they wanted. So what does all this mean for you? It means if you want to stop being a pawn in someone else's game, you need to see the board. These laws aren't fiction. They're not conspiracy. They're strategy, used daily by people in power, whether they're aware of it or not. The good news? Now you're aware, and awareness is the first step to control. If this changed the way you see the world, even a little, subscribe now. Because this channel isn't about surface-level advice. It's about psychological weapons, real-world power, and understanding the truths most people deny. You stayed until the end, and that already makes you different. Remember, the world doesn't belong to the good. It belongs to the aware.